Hey, welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be talking about the boycott that started over on TikTok against the brand EBIN New York. But before we get into it, please make sure that you like the video, that you share, and that you are subscribed. Remember, we are on the road to 5,000. So help me get these subscribers, y'all. All right, now let's go ahead and get into it.
This is a song about
Don't styling. So a little over a week ago, a young woman goes onto TikTok and gives her account of what it was like to work for the company EBIN New York. EBIN is one of those brands that has all of the products that you need when it comes to laying your lace. They have melt sprays. They have a bunch of different like melt sprays and hair sprays so that you don't have to actually put glue on your hair. They have lace tints. They have a bunch of like accessories and things like that specifically for my wig wearing girlies. And what many of us, I'm sure, did not know is that they are a Korean company. This woman was hired on for marketing for this company to do some social media marketing. And she recounts how she did not have a great time being the only Black employee in this entire company.
Story time of me working for EBIN New York as the only Black person in corporate. Honestly, y'all, it took a lot out of me to even make this video. It's been 3 months since I left the job. They actually fired me. Wrongful termination, but we'll get to that. It has just been a very long journey. I had no conversation with them. They would speak to me whenever they told me to just do something. They would have meetings in full-blown Korean. Even the CEO would come in and speak in Korean. And nobody thought to even, like, look and be like, oh, let's just speak in English for now. We do have a Black lady here that's just not Korean, and she doesn't know anything that we're saying. So I just started feeling uncomfortable. I'm like, there's no way that, everybody was speaking English in the beginning, the first day that I was there, being very nice. And now all of a sudden, everyone's just speaking Korean the whole time, giggling, looking at me, laughing about things. And I have no idea what any of them are saying. Y'all know when people say like HR is not on your side, like HR is not your team, they're just here to protect the company. That's 100% true. In this case, I went to the HR lady and I was telling her, like, I feel very uncomfortable. There are incidents that's going on and I just feel like something has to be done because this is not the way I know that, a corporate is supposed to be ran, and I'm not supposed to be getting treated like this. I'm a new employee. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I still feel like I'm being left out. Why is that? So she's just like, oh, I understand. Like, I'll speak to the marketing team. I'll speak to your supervisor. I'll try to get them back on track and try to get them, to work with you. When I tell you guys, I worked since August. I was complaining all the way up until January about these things. I even had to take a mental health leave because of this. It was messing with me every single day. The way they treated me, it was like they were micromanaging me a lot. You know what made it worse? The CEO of the company decided that I need to start having presentations with him, the vice president, HR, and the whole marketing team. And I had to let him know exactly what I was doing. I had to show him every post that I made, everything that I edited, everything, outreach to influencers, every single thing. So at this point, I'm a little frustrated because it's like now it's new other Koreans coming in doing the same thing, like marketing and things like that in the same marketing room. And no one has had to do this presentation. I even asked people that were there before me, I'm like, have you guys ever had to do this presentation? They're like, no, I don't know why you had to do it. That's a problem. He's basically just telling me like, I don't know why you have to do all this, but that's very insane.
Now, what I find interesting is that the target market for this company is Black women, and there are no people that look like us that are being represented in the company structure. And honestly, this does not surprise me too much because when you think about people who are like the leaders in the Black hair care industry, it is not people that look like me. Even think about when you go into the beauty supply store, how many Black owned beauty supply stores are there? Sure, there are more popping up, now, but overall, we don't own those stores. They're owned by Asian people. Even when we do own beauty supply stores, we're often not given the access to all of the products that, you would typically find in the beauty supply stores. It's like these products are being gate kept. So why are we supporting people who, one, are just taking from our community and then icing us out of the industry that we're essentially funding?
Make things like a little bit more clear for you guys. EBIN New York had just took ownership of a Black-owned company. They were the first ones to do Jamaican Black castor oil, and they have hair products, all that good stuff. I don't really want to talk about the brand that they just kind of pushed me onto because I was complaining so much to HR about me not feeling included with working under EBIN New York specifically. But basically they pushed me onto another brand that they took ownership of, and I did the social media for that specific brand. I was still in the same office with all the Koreans, you know, in the marketing room, in that same room, but now I just don't have a team. They told me that I'll have a new supervisor. The supervisor had no experience in marketing. He doesn't know nothing that I'm doing at all. He thinks that I'm just sitting there on my phone all day, because he doesn't realize that I use my phone to edit videos, and I use my iPad to edit all these videos and do all the graphics and things. And he's just sitting there trying to go back into CEO and the vice president and tell them, oh, she doesn't do anything, or like she just does the bare minimum. Like, it just seemed like they looked for any little thing just to try to get me out of there. He told someone that he was trying to get me fired. I have like a whole list of stuff in my iPad that I wrote down each and every day. That's how bad it was, guys. Like, it was always something going on inside this office with me. It was like they were just attacking. And I had to just go to the bathroom every day and just cry and call my mother or call someone and just tell them what's going on. They couldn't believe I was going through all of that. What really put the icing on the cake, you guys, is when the CEO, he called. Well, we have these meetings for design, and the whole company goes to these meetings. It was time for the marketing team to go inside. Everyone else is there. So I'm going inside, and he stops the meeting. The CEO completely stops the meeting because there was someone on the screen talking. He stops the meeting and he says, "Samaya," and points to the door. He says something really fast, like, "You don't need to be in here." He points to the door. I'm very confused. Everyone's looking at me like, huh? That's what he did, though. He kicked me out, and I just went back to my desk because I was very confused. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll just sit here. A couple hours go by, and I seen that he was out in a hallway on his phone, like just walking. I went up to him and I asked him, I said, "Hey, can we talk?" He said no. So I'm like, I'm pushed back. I'm like, why? I asked him why. He said, "I don't need to speak to you, man." That's how he said it. "I don't need to speak to you, man." What? The CEO of EBIN, New York is talking to me like this, guys. Guess he felt some type of way about me complaining to HR, and HR going back to him and telling him these things, but that's how he reacted. The HR person wasn't there that day. So the next day, I decided that was going to be my last day. What I mean by that is, if nothing was going to change right then and there, if they're not going to give me the respect that I deserved from day one, I wasn't going to do any work until I speak to HR once again, and we're going to get something done. So I had the meeting, we get inside, and they're like, "We don't want to talk about anything that, you know, the CEO has done to you, has said to you, anything like that. We're just going to terminate you." Terminate me for what? "Oh, because your KPI performance." And I've never seen no KPI performance. Isn't that a wrongful termination? If you guys are just now trying to fire me over something like this, when I've been complaining about this company this whole time, KPI performance, I got all my work done all the time. They just try to put together any little thing, guys. How could a company target nothing but African Americans, women of color, and things like that, and treat the only black woman that you have in that corporate like that?
What I will say is that I think this boycott is really good. I'm glad that she spoke out, even though she did get some backlash, of course. But overall, I'm glad that she spoke out about this, because like, we really do need to start shopping amongst each other. Like, shop with someone who looks like you sometimes.
I was working with the beauty advisors. I worked very close. That was the only safe space I had there, were the beauty advisors. Those were the black women that were in the hallways, you know, just testing out the products every day. That was my safe space. So as much as I could, like, I would just go and sit with them and try to do as much content as I could, because I felt uncomfortable in that marketing room because no one was talking in English. No one was speaking to me. I just felt, you know, left out. So why not try to be around, you know, people that will actually speak to me or even speak English?
Like, think about it. There's a whole study that talks about the black dollar and how within the black community, our dollars only last about 6 hours. Meanwhile, it's 20 days in the Jewish community. It's 30 days in the Asian community. But we get our money and go give it to the Asian community for it to go circle around them for 30 days. So if you are looking for some alternative to some of the EBIN products that you normally use, I definitely have some recommendations. First and foremost, if you're looking for an alternative to the EBIN Lace Tint Spray, you can always shop right here with me with the Bespoke Styling Lace Tint Spray, available in 4 melanin-friendly colors. And while you're over there, you can pick you up a wig grip as well, so that you can secure your wig without glue. But if you're also looking for some more glueless options, I suggest checking out the Bold Hold brand. Now, when you think of Bold Hold, people automatically think of lace glue. However, they do have the Bold Hold Lace Jelly, which is a glueless option. Y'all, let's start circulating things around our community. I am so sorry that this young lady experienced this discrimination. I'm glad that she is speaking out, and I hope that she is able to take this to court and get some type of recovery in some sense of everything that's going on. I'm sure this was very much so traumatizing for her working there, but she's come out on the top. She now has like 100,000 followers over on TikTok. Now, how long that's gonna last with this TikTok ban, we don't know. But you know, either way it goes, she seems to be thriving right now, and I hope that she's able to get some recovery, like I said, overall. So drop down below. Tell me, did you know about this story? Will you be supporting EBIN? Are there some other Black-owned hair products that you would suggest that are alternatives to EBIN? Let's get down in the comments and talk about it, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace. This is a quick snippet of my Go Without Glue course. Join this course if you are a woman suffering from alopecia so that you can learn how to choose, install, and maintain a medical wig. And for a limited time, I have a special promo code. Enter promo code INTRO to receive $50 off of this course. You do not want to miss it. Make sure you head on over to www.bsssu.com and join my course today. To everyone else, don't forget to follow me on all socials, links in the D box. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.